Now let's look at array pointers in PHP. And I'm going to go ahead and create a new file just because the iteration one is getting a little crowded. So I'll call this array pointers. But I'm going to start by copying my fruits array from before. Because this still has to do with iterating through arrays. Now, the key here is that this array object, it's more than just storage for some values. There's some properties on here as well. And one of the properties that it keeps track of is a current pointer. And as soon as you create this array, the current pointer is going to be set to the first object. And you can advance this pointer so that it's pointing towards the second one, the third one, fourth one, and so on. Or you can move the pointer backward, like so. You can get whatever content is at the current pointer. You can also get the key for the current pointer. And you can move the pointer to the end or reset it towards the beginning. And so this lets you walk through arrays just using a while loop. So for example, let's go ahead and output our fruits example again, but this time I'm going to use just a while loop with some array pointers. So let me go ahead and grab this while loop here. And instead of using an index variable, $i, I'm going to use the current pointer, which once again starts at the first element. So I'm going to set $fruit equal to the current of $fruits, which is the first fruit. Then I'm going to output that fruit. And then instead of incrementing my index, I'm going to set next of fruits. So fruits will initially be banana, and then it will be apple, then cherry, and strawberry, kiwi. And then when I go next after kiwi, I'm past the end of the array, and current is going to return null. And so it's going to assign the value null to fruit, and that's also going to be used as the condition for this loop. And so null is Boolean false. So when I go past the end of the array, I'm going to drop out of the loop automatically and close off my unordered list. So let's see this. I'm going to go to my ArrayPointers.php page. And I see the same results as before. So just like using a for loop or a for each loop, I can also walk through this list backwards. So right now, the array pointer is at the end. So if I do current of fruits, I'm still going to get null. But I can either reset it to the beginning and go forward again, or I can set it to the end and go backward. So let's set it to the end. And then let's run this loop again. Except this time, instead of going next, I'm going to go previous. So it'll go kiwi, strawberry, cherry, apple, banana, and then it'll get off the list and it'll get null for current. Kiwi, strawberry, cherry, apple, banana. Now this works for both indexed arrays as well as associative arrays. So let's go ahead and grab my student example here. And this time I'm going to implement it using array pointers. So instead of for each, now I'm going to use a while loop, and I'm going to let property equal current of student. And then I'm going to look at the next property, advance the array pointer. And to get the property name, I'm going to use key of student. So key is just like current, except current returns the value of the current pointer, and key returns the key associated with the current pointer. So just like before, I got first name John, last name Smith, GPA 4. But one thing that I can do with array pointers that I couldn't do with for each is for each doesn't give me a way to move through the properties backwards. Array pointers do. So I can say end of student and then repeat this loop using prev instead of next. So I get the same properties in the reverse order, which is something you can't do with for each. So good to know that this exists. I don't actually use it all that often. It's nice to know that it's there sometimes, but usually I just use for loops and for each loops. While loops are good as well.